Lord Krishna says, Labhante Brahma Nirvanam Rishaya Kshina Kalmashaha Chinnadvaidayata Atmanaha Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. One who is beyond duality and doubt, whose mind is engaged within, who is always busy working for the welfare of all sentient beings, and who is free from all sins, achieves liberation in the Supreme. So here Lord Krishna is describing the principles of liberation. What are the symptoms of a person, what are the qualities of a person who is eligible for liberation? So Krishna is telling, Labhante Brahma Nirvanam Rishayaha. Those rishis or those mystics or those people who will achieve Brahma Nirvanam or liberation in the Supreme are Chinnadvaida, one who is free from all dualities of pains and pleasures of this material world. Chinnadvaida Yata Atmanaha, one who is always busy in self-realization, who has controlled his mind, who has controlled his senses. And then Sarva Bhota Hite Rata, one who is working for the welfare of all living beings. And then Kshina Kalmasha. Kshina Kalmasha means one who is free from all sins. So these are some of the qualities which are essential for a person to be liberated from this material world. We perform sinful activities to enjoy artificially, to enjoy through this material body, which is not actually the nature of the soul. To enjoy really, the soul has to serve Krishna. But when one wants to give up his relationship with Krishna and enjoy independently and perform activities just for the sake of material sense enjoyment, those activities are called sinful activities. So a person who wants to get liberated, he has to stop all sinful activities. He has to work only for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. When he works for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord, he understands Krishna is the Supreme, and he understands all the living beings in this world are parts of Krishna. So he works for the welfare of all the parts of Krishna by encouraging them also to become devotees of Krishna. This is the best welfare activity. Actually, living beings in this world are suffering because of their forgetfulness of their relationship with Krishna and thinking that they are the material bodies. Identifying oneself with the body due to ignorance of one's original relationship with the Supreme Lord Krishna is the root cause of all problems. Whenever there is a problem, we have to do root cause analysis. Just solving the problem on the surface level will not actually solve the problem. So we have to go to the roots from where the problem has begun and solve the problem at the root. In the same way, welfare activity we see in this material world, many people they perform so-called welfare activity just for giving some bodily comforts, just like opening hospitals, distributing food, distributing clothes, giving free education. In that way, there are so many philanthropic institutions. There are people working for the upkeep of material body. They want to keep the body fit and fine and promote activities which are meant for keeping the body healthy. But actually, this is not real welfare activity for the soul. Real welfare activity of the soul or every living being is to teach him that he is not the body, he is part of Krishna, he is spirit soul. And spirit soul can be happy only when it connects with the Supreme Lord Krishna through love and devotion. So only a devotee who is liberated, who himself knows this knowledge and who himself is practicing bhakti to Krishna, he can only perform the best welfare activity. So to perform best welfare activity, first of all, one has to have transcendental knowledge. He has to know who am I, he has to know who is God, he has to know how to connect with the Supreme Lord, and then he can teach all these things to every other living being. So a person who is liberated in the Supreme, he controls his mind, he controls his senses, he works for the welfare of all by teaching the principles of Bhagavad Gita, he practices it himself, and then he is free from all sins because he knows Krishna is Supreme. My only business is to please Krishna. So he does not perform any activity which doesn't please Krishna. Any act which doesn't please Krishna is called a sinful activity. So a devotee being engaged in loving devotion to Krishna, he does not divert his attention for sense pleasures. Therefore, he is free from all sins. So these are some of the principles of liberation in the Supreme.